Hey guys, Jeremy here with KISS Aquatic Systems. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. In today's video, I'm going to show you an upgrade I've made to the lighting system of my 20-gallon Nano Reef. As a bit of context, this is my ultra-low-tech, ultra-low-cost system that I set up about a year and 2 months ago now at a total all-in cost of under $200. So this is what my tank looked like right before I changed my lighting. And this is what my tank looks like now, shortly after the change. My lighting system is run with a very basic fixture, which is quite simply a 5-headed floor lamp with attachment points for 5 screw-in LED bulbs. The bulbs I've been running for the past year are $3 bulbs. They are Cool Daylight 6500K LEDs. 13 watts each, 1,350 lumens each, so very powerful. And as you can see, I really haven't had any problems growing stuff over the past year in this tank. The reason I decided to upgrade and give my corals a bit of a boost is because, as you can see here, my red macroalgae, and I have at least 4 different kinds of it in this tank, have totally taken over and dominated this tank. So I thought I would try to beef up the lighting hitting my corals a bit so that they could better compete for nutrients and grow more. So what I've done here is I've swapped out one of my 5 $3 bulbs with an actual, genuine reef tank light. The bulb that I went with, and what you can see now that's hitting my corals, is the 12-watt ABI Tuna Blue PAR38 bulb. Now, the reason I decided to go with this particular bulb is that it is very, very strong in the blue and the violet areas of the spectrum. So really right in the wheelhouse for chlorophyll A, which can drive photosynthesis and help provide food for the corals. Also, as a bit of an added bonus, the strong violets in this light really do bring out the fluorescence in a few of my corals. So I have some fluorescent oranges and greens that I couldn't really see before under my old lighting, which I think is kind of cool. But really the number one reason why I decided to add this light was to drive growth and power photosynthesis, so that my corals could compete with my uber aggressive macros. Now those $3 bulbs that I've been using were fairly good at driving photosynthesis in their own right. In general, any of those really cheap, basic daylight or cool daylight LED bulbs that you get are actually fairly good at growing stuff. And the reason for that comes from how they're typically built. So to get white light or daylight out of an LED, the easiest way to do that is to actually start with a blue LED chip, typically a very powerful one, and then run it through a phosphor, which is on the bulb itself or a surface on the inside of the bulb that converts some of that blue light from the LED into light of other colors. So the easiest way to create white light is to start with a blue light and run it through a yellow phosphor that absorbs some of the blue radiation and releases yellow radiation. And that combination of blue and yellow coming from the bulb appears white. Obviously, it's a bit more complicated than that, but in general, any of those common generic LED bulbs that are, call it 5000K or above, are powered by blue LED chips and typically throw off a lot of blue, which again is prime spectrum for photosynthesis. So that's quite a long way of saying that my old lights were okay for growth, but I think that by adding this one additional bulb to my fixture and having it hit my corals directly, I'll hopefully bring out a bit more growth and a bit more life out of them. So anyway, folks, that's the update. Definitely curious to see if and how the corals and the system reacts to this new light. So if you're interested as well, stay tuned. I'll be sure to provide another update on this tank in a few months once everything has settled into the new conditions. So till then, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care and happy reefing.